What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video, we're gonna go over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning next week's title fight in Los Angeles between Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Rayo Jose Valenzuela.
All right, thank you guys, thank you.
We know the Riyadh season card in Los Angeles is historic. There are plenty of fights to be excited about. Olympic greats on that card. Andy Cruz is fighting. David Morrell, who is a super hot contender right now, with his name being paired next to a lot of big fights such as David Benavidez. Big Baby Miller's on the card. He's fighting Andy Ruiz, the return of the destroyer. We know who it's headlined by, Bud versus Madrimov. But one of the fights that, in my opinion, is flying under the radar that we're gonna feature today is that Pitbull versus Rayo fight. These guys have fan-friendly styles, and they will be fighting for a title at 140 pounds. We know that both guys aren't naturally 140 pounds. For Pitbull, this will only be his second fight coming up. He beat Rolly Romero to take the WBA title at 140, but he still only weighed in a few pounds under, and we know Rayo is moving up after his amazing knockout of Chris Colbert. So today we're gonna break down both guys' resumes, talk about where they've been in their careers, how they go about their business. For the fans out there who may be unaware of these guys, we'll give you more information on who to cheer for, and when you're talking with your buddies about the fights, have a little bit more facts on what you're speaking about. Also, before we continue, guys, I'd like, if you haven't already, to hit the notification button. From my end of things, that helps me give you guys notifications every time I produce a new video and helps us grow together, so I appreciate that. Let's get started. Let's take a look at Jose Valenzuela. He's 13-2 with 9 knockouts. He's traditionally a lightweight fighter, but like I said, this would be his first fight at 140 pounds. He's currently ranked 38 in the world out of 2,349 at 135 pounds, and he's ranked 11 in the United States. He currently has 61 pro rounds under his belt, and he walks into the ring with a 69% career knockout to win ratio. He's 25 years old, and the American's a tall southpaw standing at 5'10" with a 70-inch reach. His adoring fans call him Rayo. He's taking on Pitbull Cruz, who's 26-2 next weekend in Los Angeles. He last fought Chris Colbert, who was 17-1. Rayo knocked him out in the 6th. That was at 135 pounds. Chris Colbert, the first time, who was 16-1, he lost to UD in the 10th at 135 pounds. He then fought Edwin De Los Santos, who was 14-1. Rayo got knocked out in the 3rd, and before that he fought Francisco Vargas at 135 pounds. Vargas was 27-3, and Rayo knocked him out in the 1st. Guys, if you don't know anything about Rayo, all you really need to know is that this kid is all blood, guts, heart, and glory. When you look at his resume, and he's still so young, the reason why people are still up on him is because even though he has losses, it's how he's rebounded from those losses. Even in the De Los Santos fight, when he got knocked out, he dropped De Los Santos and then he got knocked out. This is the type of guy he is. He's not running away from anyone. He's staying in that pocket. He then fights Colbert after having lost for the first time in his career, and in a lot of people's eyes gets a decision taken away from him. Colbert, there was a lot of vitriol on that fight. They were talking back and forth, so the rematch immediately ensued, and this was the iconic standing on business photo when Rayo had his moment in the sun, his coming of age moment, and knocked Colbert out spectacularly against the ropes, in which that went viral, which propelled him into this opportunity to fight for a world title against Pitbull. Now let's take a closer look at Isaac Cruz. Guys, Cruz is 26-2 with 18 knockouts. He's currently ranked number 6 in the world at 140 pounds, and he's currently ranked the number 1 Mexican fighter at 140 pounds. He has 148 total pro rounds under his belt, and he carries into the ring a 69% knockout to win ratio. He is currently the WBA World Super Lightweight Champion. At only 26 years old, the Mexican fighter is an orthodox style fighter standing at 5'4" with a 63-inch reach. This weekend, he's taking on Jose Valenzuela, 13-2. He last fought Rolly Romero, 15-1, knockout in the 8th. Gio Cabrera, 21-0, split decision in the 12th. Eduardo Ramirez, 27-2, knockout in the 2nd. Yuriekis Gamboa, 30-4, knockout in the 5th. Tank Davis 25-0. Pitbull lost to UD in the 12th. Guys, this is a matchup between two young guys. They're still not even in their physical prime yet. With Pitbull, good boxer, pressure, wants to get you out of there. That Tank Davis fight, and we know he took him the distance. One of the only guys to do that to Tank. A lot of Pitbull's fans want that rematch, but only time will tell. He has a big challenge in front of him. With Pitbull Cruz, we're gonna see a guy who's gonna be in a position to get hit, and that's why people are excited about this fight, because Rayo is the same thing. Pitbull has become a cult hero in Mexico, and if he keeps on winning, his promoters, his handlers expect him to be the next global superstar coming out of Mexico with the style that he has, how he carries himself, and his pride for his country. When we look at what Vegas is talking about with this fight, there's no shock that Rayo's an underdog. They have him at 4-1, meaning if you throw 100 on Rayo, you get 400 back. This has to do with Rayo being knocked out before only a few fights ago. Also the size difference in terms of weight. Rayo's never fought at this body weight. And also the pressure of coming up a weight class and fighting for a world title at only 26 years old. So 4-1, I'm not too mad at that. When you look at both fighters side by side, both guys are young. It's gonna be that height and reach advantage for Rayo. Will he be able to use it? Will he fight tall? Will he make Pitbull get inside? And I don't have the answers to all these questions. That's gonna be the narrative of the fight. And will Rayo have the power to keep Pitbull off him? Will Pitbull have the pressure to get Rayo out of there? And those are the questions that are gonna be answered on the fight. Pitbull fans feel that he's gonna get Rayo out of there. Rayo fans feel that his power will be enough coming up to knock Pitbull out. This is an exciting matchup. This is not a prediction video. That'll come later next week when we get closer to the weekend. I will ask you, who do you like in this fight? Guys, both guys are hard to cheer against. They both have fan-friendly styles. It seem like really good guys. In the comment section below, who you putting your money on? Who's winning this fight? Are we gonna hear and still for Pitbull? Or are we gonna hear and new for Rayo? Leave all that in the comment section below.